Welcome to He Say,
She Say. It's your girl Michee.
And it's your boy Pip.
This is the show where we keep it real from the male perspective and the female perspective.
Dropping knowledge on you ladies with the real deal, the honest, hard truth.
And me just keeping them in line for the ladies.
Whatever. All right, people, we got a good topic today. I just seen probably one of the most beautiful videos I've seen in a long time. We talking about J. Cole's video, Kevin's Hart. This is a masterpiece.
I liked it, and I applaud Kevin Hart for even being willing to do it.
I love it.
But you know what? Kevin Hart's always been upfront about everything.
I love the honesty of this video.
Me too.
And it's really not just, it's talking about Kevin's Hart situation, but it's talking about a bigger situation. Two. One, for better or for worse. Mm-hmm. We'll get into that. And two, the struggles that a successful man has to deal with women coming on to him and every day fighting that urge to reject these women who are constantly coming on to you. And
another thing that wasn't shown, okay, yes, it's the struggles and it's the consequences of his actions and how people are now, scrutinizing you under a microscope.
Judging the man.
What wasn't shown is how it affects the wife. Like, how does it affect the woman? What kind of scrutiny is she getting stared at throughout the day?
Right. People saying she's crazy.
Yes, and
why
things
did she
like
stay?
that. So we're gonna get into it. So let's just talk about the for better or for worse, ladies. And I'm not married, so you can take this however you want, because I know some of y'all are married.
I am married. Yes.
Some of y'all are married. Some of y'all not. But I'm not married. But I feel like if I was married, I took these vows, for better or for worse, richer for poorer, all that. It is okay, ladies, to forgive your husband. It is okay. Now you clapping over there, but hold on. It's okay. It's okay to forgive, but if it is, it's okay to forgive, but if it becomes like a pattern, or
don't be a doormat.
Don't be a doormat. Don't allow him to do the same things repeatedly. But if it was a slip up, one, maybe two, but two is pushing it. But if it was one slip up, it's okay to forgive your husband. This is not your boyfriend. It's not somebody you're dating. It's okay.
That's a great way to put it. You said husband.
It's your husband.
I mean, you can forgive your boyfriend too. Let me give him a pass.
I mean, you can,
but I'm just saying, we're talking in the instance of for better for worse.
In marriage.
The vows, right?
Yes.
Okay. And let me say this because I know some of y'all are gonna go in on the comment section.
Yeah, probably.
Like, if his wife did, because I'm gonna keep it 100 today. If his wife did that, he'd be gone. I'm gonna say right now, and my wife knows this, and it takes two mature people to get this understanding. If my wife cheated on me, I would not leave her. And that sounds dumb as hell to a lot of men, but I'm serious about my vows. I'm serious. If you think your grandmother and grandfather made it 50 years and something tragic didn't happen throughout those 50 years, you're sadly mistaken. Now, I won't be a doormat, right? I won't let her continue to cheat on me.
I think it's interesting you say that, because most men, married or not, I don't think they would forgive. I don't know that they would forgive their wife.
Again, my issue is I'm petty. I'm petty. And my thing is, I would have to go to a prayer closet or something and not seek vengeful revenge. Mm-hmm. Right? I would have to take that L. I would have to deal with facing her daily, knowing what she did. Right? Mm-hmm. So if my wife cheated on me, no, I wouldn't leave her the first time, right? Mm-hmm. And this instance with Kevin Hart. So keep that in mind as I make my comments on this conversation.
And if you guys haven't seen the video, basically it's just illustrating Kevin. It's showing Kevin Hart driving around. It's after the news broke of his infidelity situation, and so he's having to not only deal with women who think, oh, he's fair game because he's a cheater now. It's also dealing with, the people looking at him, shaking their heads at him, disappointment, and things like that. So just kind of the consequences.
And he's got to deal with the women that want him.
Yeah.
You got to think about it.
They think he's fair game now. He's a cheater, so maybe I can get him to cheat with me.
I'll give you a scenario somewhat on subject. Years ago in college, I had a internship at a particular place called Tweety Graphics, okay? And we were on, you remember when Murder Inc. was super hot? Mm-hmm. I was on the street team, okay? On the street team, getting no money. And we were setting up for concerts. And you had women wanting to sleep with us, the street team. Wow. No joke, just to get to Ja Rule. Or they want to sleep with you.
That sounds so crazy.
They want to sleep with you first before you get famous, so they can say they had you first. Mm-hmm. They want to sleep with you first, like, oh, I had him when he was on the street team before he blew up. So I can imagine the hell Kevin Hart has to go through every day to make sure there's not a woman in his hotel room who snuck up there. Mm-hmm. There's not a woman jumping in his car. Women waiting for him after every show. And he's got to say no to this smorgasbord of ass that's out there. He's got to walk away from that. That is extremely difficult.
And then on the flip side, you got Nico.
Right.
Who's having to deal with, the judgments like, oh girl, you stupid, why you stay with him, and you should have left him. And not only from her friends or her circle and family, but also from the internet. Man. Which the internet is ruthless. But that's why I said originally, it is okay to forgive your husband. That is y'all's marriage. It has nothing to do with anyone else, and it's okay to forgive your husband.
And I think a lot of people say she's staying for the money, and I'm thinking maybe she's just keeping her vows.
True.
Maybe she's just like, for better or for worse. Yeah. That's what I said. Mm-hmm. I know I married a celebrity. Mm-hmm. But let's bring it down to average, everyday Joe.
Just the marriage, for better or for worse.
Right. A dude that has his job, he's doing well. It's women watching him too. If you got a decent man and you don't think there's one or two women watching your man, you're insane. He may not be aware. But you need to be aware of this. And he may not say nothing when he comes home. But rest assured, once a week, he turning down some ass.
And I'm sure men should know that their women are like, blocking them all day, every day, all week.
True. But you've been blocking them since you was 12.
True.
Since you was 12 years old, you have been telling guys, yay or nay. Mm-hmm. This guy was regular Joe Schmo in school. He wasn't the star football player. He wasn't this guy. He goes to college. He hits the weights. The next thing you know, he looks good to you. He gets married. He's out in the world. He's making moves. He's around women at the job. They see this. They come on to him. He has to learn something that, remember, we're hunters. We've been chasing ass our whole life. Mm-hmm. It's one thing to stop chasing it. It's another thing to turn it down. That's two different things. When you get married, as a man, you're saying, I'm done chasing it. I'm done chasing it. I've caught who I want, right? Mm-hmm. I got the one I want. You are not prepared for turning it down.
Wow.
That's what you're not prepared for when you're married.
I never thought about that.
So a man doesn't, listen, there are men that wake up daily and they seek out cheating on their woman. 90% of the men that wake up and cheat on their woman don't even know it's going to happen that day. They are going about their day, and they are faced with a decision of a woman coming on to them aggressively.
Ladies, are y'all listening to this?
He's
dropping some jewels right now.
I'm dropping science in here. I'm dropping science. I'm spilling the married man tea right now. I'm telling you, you wake up in the morning, you are focused on providing for your family and bringing your ass home. And in the midst of that, you realize I got to turn down ass today, and you didn't see it coming. You didn't see it coming.
Some of them are not strong enough to turn it down and end up fucking up.
And that's the issue. Every day you go into this workplace or this gym that you work out at or wherever you go, and there she is, and she is persistent. And it's one thing to dodge one woman, but now you got to fight 2 women, maybe 3 women.
And on Kevin's Hart level, he fighting them every day.
Oh my God!
Everywhere.
So for him, it's times 100. But I'm saying the average man has to deal with that. How can he cheat on his wife? She's pregnant. This, that, and the third. Again,
family,
Kevin Hart is not chasing it. It's being thrown at him. Something that he's been chasing his whole life. And he cut it short to be with his woman. Same for the average dude. Been chasing it his whole life. And he shut it down when he got married. I'm talking about married. When he got married. Now he has to figure out the art of turning it down. Yeah. That's difficult.
Damn.
That's difficult.
Deep. Okay, so it's difficult. Okay, I see you. I'm trying to marinate on that.
If you are 28 and up, let's say 28 and up. By the time you hit 28 as a man, everything kind of slows down for you. It's like, oh, I got this figured out. I'm gonna get my paper over here, right? I'm gonna be with this lady here. I'm gonna try to build. Everything slows down. But there are these curveballs.
I guess my question is, from a woman's standpoint, is why is it so hard for y'all to just turn it down? If you were willing enough to stop chasing it, you were satisfied with the woman that you married this woman because you loved her enough. You're satisfied. So why is it so hard to just say no? Okay. Like, why is that so hard?
Okay. I know people that go off weed for a whole year until 420.
Okay, so now
do you get what I'm saying? Like, you good all year long. Then 420 shows up and you smell the cushion air, and it just you get dumbfounded and you smoke. And all year you've been doing. You say, I'm not gonna smoke no more. I'm done smoking, right? Mm-hmm. I done gave it up. I like good clean lungs. And then 420 comes, and you smell it. And not only is 420 coming, but people are passing you the blunt everywhere you go. Mm-hmm. You're not even asking for the blunt. Uh-huh. They pass it. Smoke this. That's the same scenario. You are not looking for it. It comes out of nowhere.
So you either gotta run. Nah, I don't smoke. Nah, I'm good.
You do.
You can't say it. Well, sometimes you don't.
But how many times does? Of course, every time, ladies, right? You want to say it every time.
Yes, every time.
I'm just giving the scenario of. Keep in mind, he's fighting this on a regular basis. I'm not talking about Kevin Hart. I'm talking about the regular guy that's got his shit together. Is fighting this on a regular basis. I'm not good looking, short, tall, big, small. If he got his life together, there is another woman who is watching him. Mm-hmm. Period. She may watch from afar. And wait for you to slip up. Catch what I just said. Wait for you to slip up. Or she may be hella aggressive. And let him know, hey, if she ever messes up, I'm right here.
And it is true, women. We can be very calculated, manipulative and scheming because we know, okay, if you watch a man long enough, you know when to strike, you know what... And especially if y'all working together and you know him on a day-to-day basis, you can kind of figure out what he like, what he don't like, right. And you know how to like maneuver that and play that. I'm just being honest.
Right, because you see him every day. Mm-hmm. You see him just as much as his woman does.
Yeah.
8 hours at least. 8 minimum hours full time, right? At least 8 hours. You see what he eats. You know what I'm saying? You know what he likes to watch on TV if he's talking in the office. Mm-hmm. You know all these things. Even when he talks about his family, you know, ladies, half the time the women at your job know what you got for Christmas before you do.
Oh shit!
He's online trying to buy that Gucci purse for you. They see that, like this man is going out of his way for his woman. I want a man like that. Fuck that. I want her man.
Ladies, y'all need to cut that out. Cut it out.
It's cutthroat out here, man.
It really is.
It's
really
cutthroat.
is.
I'm saying for the ladies. I see it's cutthroat for y'all. Like it's cutthroat big time. And it's like you a man and you just trying to do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
But in an instance, ladies, you have to realize that if you got a good dude, man, you can't be about that bull, man. Like you can't be just like quit sweating the small stuff, man. You know?
Give me an example of that? What do you mean, like y'all see? I'm trying to get all this.
No, what? Let me get my pen and paper. I'm saying in the instance that, like, hey, I'm just saying, like, just again, like, don't get it twisted. There are men that will mess up a happy home just because they can't keep it in their pants. I'm talking about the cat who goes out and makes the mistake of what, like Kevin Hart, right?
Yeah.
And he owns up to his mistake and he says, I thought I was invincible and I did it. And this is what happens, men get in certain positions of power and it does feel like you're invincible. It feels like, man, I got my money going on. I got this at the job or I got my own business. Surely I can sleep with this woman and
get away
and move
with
around. Look what I've accomplished.
Yeah.
Right? Like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
But
like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Why did he sleep with a maid? Look at what he accomplished. A maid is sleeping with the maid ain't nothing. Like this. You get what I'm saying? Like
yeah. But y'all men, y'all just need to know that y'all just gonna get caught because y'all just don't be y'all smart and y'all handle business. Y'all figure everything out. For some reason, y'all can't figure out how not to get caught because y'all always gonna get caught.
Well, in Kevin Hart's case, he had a sucker for a friend.
True.
He had a sucker for a friend that set him up, and I think that's the most disgusting, just foul thing in the world. I thought it was the chick. I want that girl to go to jail. I thought it was her. And it turns out
everybody initially thought it was her,
and it turns out it wasn't. So check it out. Check it out, ladies. It wasn't her. She kept her mouth closed.
So that's another thing. She kept her mouth closed. Ladies, y'all gotta watch it. It will be a woman in the same room with you who knows everything about you, and you don't even know her name.
And she kept her mouth closed. She came out after the extortion, which his homeboy did. Which
to kind of clear her name.
She had to. She had to come out of the woodworks. Otherwise, she'd have stayed in Vegas. He'd have went out there a few times out the year, maybe. I'm just throwing it out there. And she'd have played her position. Like a respectable side chick.
Oh, my God.
Okay?
No. Side chick game is ruthless. They will play the game and just, like I told you, they will be sitting in the same restaurant, in the same area, and say nothing.
And play the role. And so... Man, it's so touchy. I'm married. I don't know what I would do if my wife cheated on me. I'm not a hard motherfucker where I'm just like, oh man, F that. Nah. First thing I'm gonna do is cry hard. Because I put in work. Okay? I put work in. I'm gonna cry like a baby. 2, I'm gonna have to pray again not to be petty. And I mean, so and it's the other part. If you're gonna forgive. Don't do tit for tat.
And see, that's
don't do tit for tat.
When I said, ladies, it's okay to forgive your husband. It's okay to forgive your husband, and will it take some time? You have to work through it and get some counseling or something because it's gonna be hard. But you don't want to.
Yeah.
If you forgive, you gotta forgive, and you don't want to constantly keep bringing it up.
Right.
Oh well, did you take her to this restaurant? Like y'all trying to go enjoy a nice night out.
Right.
Like, oh, did you take this bitch to this restaurant?
And see, that's the thing. And I'm speaking on me.
Right.
I'm speaking on what I would do. You see how you sound? I go straight feminine.
And see,
I'll be so petty.
I'm saying
that, my God.
But I already know, like, if it really happened, it's easier said than done.
And I'm saying the same thing.
Easier said
I believe I would keep my vows and stay put. So I commend her.
Who, Nico?
Yeah, for being like the internet trolls and her family and Kevin Hart got to come home to a cold house, man.
Yeah, I could tell for some of his interviews.
Gosh.
He was just
Can you imagine? I can't. I'm thinking about my wife right now, and I'm coming home, and everybody knows I cheated. It's one thing to where if, let's say, she only caught him, and it was in house, and the world didn't know. but everybody knows about
And
this.
she knows that everybody knows, and they also looking at her.
And they looking down on her for staying with the man. And so I can imagine my wife going through that. Well, her friends knew and people knew that I stepped out on her, and they're telling her you're stupid for staying with him.
Yeah, you know she got friends telling her that.
You could take.
Girl,
take,
you just take half his money. You need to leave
kids,
you have his money,
you know,
child support. You have half of this.
Hit him up hard, hit his pockets up, and go, as opposed to somebody coming in on the old school side of the game. Like I had an older lady at the J tell me one day, we used to go to women and tell them, no, you can't do that. You got to stay. Like, when's the last time something tragic like that happened and someone came to y'all and said, work it out? Now, I'm not saying if it consistently happened, but I'm saying the first time situation when somebody came to your home and said, y'all got to work this out.
I don't think
took
that
vow.
happens.
Yeah, y'all took a vow.
But you know what? I am that friend, because I have had a friend that was going through it and they split. And I told her, like, regardless, whatever you decide to stay with him, that is your husband. It's okay. I'm still going to support you. I'm still going to be a friend. If you decide not to be, I'm still going to be. I'm not one of them. That's one thing I don't like that. I don't try to be one of those friends like, oh, girl, you need to leave him. It's deeper, number one, when you married. Right. It's deeper, whether you married or not. You got time invested. Y'all got kids. It's deeper. So it's just like, okay, if it's one thing that he did, it's okay for you to stay with him and work it out. It's your choice. Don't let nobody tell you what to do with your life. You make the decision that's right for you, whether everybody else agrees with it or not. Now, I have told some friends some things in that relationship where it's situations where the guy is completely just disrespectful.
I'm not saying be abused. I'm not saying be abused.
I'm like, nah, you need to leave
don't take abuse.
Whatever.
That's different.
Well, I'm just, it don't need abuse, being constantly cheated on. Right. I'm not gonna sit up here and tell one of my friends, oh yeah, work it out. But if it's one slip up, it's a marriage, it's a relationship, and y'all got time, kids, whatever, I'm not gonna just be like, oh, just leave him, girl, leave him alone, you can do better. Right. And really, I'm like, you might want to stick it out, because this single world ain't no joke. Shit, you don't want to like say work that shit out with the one you got, because it's a cold world out here in these single streets. It's just real different, probably, from when you were single.
I think we have to be forgiving. I think that if you're in a relationship, you really need to see if that person's really down for you. And what I mean by that is, through all your dirt, are they down with you? Like, okay, you slipped up, I'm gonna let you have that one. I'm gonna take that L, but I'm gonna still ride with you. I'm gonna be pissed off for a while. I'm gonna let you know about it, but I'm gonna still ride with you. You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of people just try to save face, and it has to do with outside influence.
I think a lot of people would stay together after being cheated on.
If they
didn't get outside people involved. Mm-hmm. And that's just my opinion.
I think so too, but you factor in social media, family, friends, people y'all hang out.
Men's side ego.
Women have ego too.
You know, man, because
we got ego too.
It's like I said, it's a double standard, but you know, I think men get hurt more because if this woman cheats with another guy, she feels some type of way about that man.
You think it's more emotional?
Yeah, she's emotionally
versus
attached.
Men, they cheat. It's just like a quick little bang.
Yeah, it's like, I like her, but I don't care for her. Mm-hmm. I know that's wrong, but I can have sex with her and not call her tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Right?
Versus a woman, she's allowing a man in there.
She's
emotional.
Some kind of she likes that man. She cares about that man. That's the part other than smashing.
But there could be situations where, okay, and I'm not justifying it for a woman to cheat either, but like there could be a situation where the woman, she may not necessarily love this person, but maybe it's been a tumultuous time in her marriage, and maybe she's feeling neglected in some kind of way, and he just happened to be the one giving her the attention in that moment. But that doesn't mean she wants to go run off and necessarily be with him. She really wants what he's doing. Right. She really wants that from her husband.
So that goes back to earlier when I said that don't slip up. The women are waiting for you to slip up. So whatever your man You know what your man likes.
Well, we say men don't slip up either because women can get that.
Well, yeah, true.
From someone else
True.
too, and it's another man waiting for you to fuck up.
True.
And so he can slip in. Now he may not necessarily want to snatch her away because, like you said, men can just fuck around.
That's the difference.
But
women want your man to be with your man.
Mm-hmm.
Dudes just okay. I'll hit.
They might look at that as all that's.
But they want to take your man away from you.
Yeah.
Right? Or not even take him away. They just like, hey, I got him on the corner of my eye. If something ever happens between him and her, I'm going to let it be known I want him.
Mm-hmm.
Which is decent. You're not interfering with the marriage or relationship. You just on the side like, if she ever slip up and they depart, I'm on it. I can respect that. You didn't interfere with anything. You
but that's
waited
just a
your
warning,
turn.
ladies, that's a warning. It's always a woman out there waiting
It's
to take your spot.
If you think your man is too ashy, if you think your man got big teeth, I'm trying to tell you, there is a woman out there. If he is about his business, that is watching. Period.
So we want to hear what y'all's thoughts are. Go ahead and drop a line, drop a comment, questions, and we're gonna check them out and we'll interact. But be sure that you like this video. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel.
Indeed.
And share it with your friends. Have some conversation. We need to talk about this type of stuff.
Play this audio and sit in the living room. And fellas, I want you to keep it 100, man, because I'm spilling my heart out here for you.
And follow us at He Say She Say with Michee and Pip.
Fake like I'm sleep, knowing damn well I be up.